Hey there everybody, Myeth. As you can clearly see, I'm on the PTR. Um, I just wanted to point something out. You know, they do a lot of raid testing here on the PTR, and you get invited to a raid. You're with a bunch of strangers, and you get invited to vent, or you don't even click on vent. But the idea is that we're there not to down the boss, but to test the mechanics to make sure that everything works properly. A lot of the time, things are going to be buggy. Things are not going to work properly. The game it's still in development on the PTR. They're just testing things. We're the guinea pigs. So you have to have patience. If you get on the PTR and expect to down the boss on the first try, you're going to be sadly mistaken. I don't care if you're the top rating guild in the world, it's not going to happen because no one's ever seen the mechanics before. They don't know what to expect. Everybody wipes on the PTR. It happens, okay? You need to have a lot of patience if you're on the PTR. So yeah, you need to have patience on the PTR. You need to not if you come to the PTR to troll, you're just wasting your own time and everybody else's time. If you want to troll, go troll on live. Don't troll on where people are trying to test. And it's not serious because it's just testing. True. It's not serious, but they tune the raid around what happens in those particular raids. So if you sit around and pull the boss and troll and nothing gets done, you're wasting Blizzard's time. You're wasting the developers' time. That they could be tuning the raid better, so that it's either more challenging for certain people, or that it's not too challenging for some people. Ninja pulling the boss and leaving, that doesn't show anything. It doesn't do anything. It just wastes everybody's time. So if you're the person that does that, yeah, you're wasting my time, you're wasting the raid's time, and you're wasting your own time because you're not getting anything out of it. Trolling is one thing, but that's for, Baron's chat and trade, for you to hone your skills, not ninja pulling a boss. Alright? Okay. So, other than that, that's just one thing I wanted to make a quick mention of, because I've been doing a lot of PTR raiding outside of the guild that I was nicely invited to by Heal vs. Babyface and Calric. And I got to raid with them a couple times, that was really cool of them. And some of the raids are happening when they're not able to raid. So I'm stuck in raids that are full of, either people who won't get on vent, they don't listen to the mechanics, they don't pay any attention. I think I was just in a raid with someone who's, someone was trying to tell them, this is, what you do, let's do this. And the guy was really rude, he just said, yeah, I can read. Well, of course you can, but it doesn't hurt to reiterate things. That's how you learn, Anyway, having a little bit of respect for the people that you raid with, that's important. A lot of the time, I don't say anything in a raid, because that's the raid leader's job, okay? It's their job to do what they do. If you're in a raid for fun, and you have a joke, that's fine. Say your joke, move on your merry way, but don't make the raid itself a joke. You know what I mean? That wastes everybody's time. Because we pay money to play the game, and yes, it's PTR, it's not serious, it's testing, but that doesn't mean you can be an ass. So, that's my 2 cents. Don't be an ass in a raid, especially if it's a pug raid. You might do that sort of thing in LFR, but it's not really appropriate. The community of people who play the game are, what represents the game. You know, you and I represent the game by the way that we play the game. And if we play the game like a bunch of morons, ninja pulling bosses, talking trash in raids, then we bring the community down as a whole. So you don't want to do that. You want to uplift the community. You want to study the fights. You want to listen to the raid leader. You know, you want to take your time. You want to be patient with wiping in raid, because that's what progression is about. You learn. You learn what you learn from what you did wrong, and you do the right thing. So you can't expect, you know, to down these bosses on the first try. That's not going to happen. And even the people that have downed it on the PTR, they didn't do it on the first try. So it took them maybe the whole 2 hours to figure out, you know, the mechanics and overpower it in some way. But needless to say, you know, eventually, eventually this stuff will go live, and people will either enjoy the raid for what it's worth, or, you know, they'll think, man, this is too overtuned. Well, that's because nobody really had a chance to do it properly. Anyway, that's my opinion on PTR testing and PTR rating and the people on PTR in general. I haven't even talked about the trolling that happened on the you know, the Timeless Isle, and that's probably for another video. But overall, I mean, I like what I see in the raids, but I haven't really got a chance to really try them. I still think that the best raids that I ever did were in ICC and Nax Remus back in Wrath. Those were really fun to me, learning the fights, doing that every week, and then getting more and more experience on how to be a raider and how, you know, to work with your guild and all that. That's what's important. Raiding with a bunch of strangers in the PTR isn't exactly the best indicator of how a raid's gonna go. So, building a rapport with a bunch of friends and colleagues in a raiding group, that's what's important. Now, if you had your friends and colleagues raiding with you on the PTR, that would be really helpful. And a lot of people have that benefit, but a lot of the people I know don't have the same schedules as me and can't be raiding all the time, you know, so yeah. Anyway, I already said that's the end, and I went on, didn't I? So that's the end right there. That's all I'm gonna say about PTR raiding in general. So overall, when it's with people who are competent and good raiders, it's good experience. And when you're with people who are just there to troll and have fun and ninja pull the boss or talk trash, then it becomes a little bit more difficult, shall we say. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Mayath, and you know, thanks for listening to my little rant there.